All right, let's get to it. And the city is lit up. Everybody's waiting. Everybody's light on. You see all those lights on? All right, that's all people staying awake, waiting for me to go live. So we are here. This is Dre Baldwin's voice you are listening to right now. You're about to see my face in a minute. I just want to show you that the city is lit up, waiting for me. All right, they all waiting for me. The wait is over. I'm here. You're here. There's no better place you could be. You could be in a lot of other places, but what sense was that make? You here right now, and we are. Here I am. Hope everybody's having a great start to your 2020. My name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day. As you come into the stream, tell me your name and location. Name and location. Name and location. As you come into the stream, we about to talk about commission today. Not the commission. We're going to talk about commission, the noun, as in, how people get paid when they're at work. My name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day, checking in from South Florida, Miami, Florida, hometown, Philadelphia, PA. As you come in, tell me your name and tell me where you're checking in from. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of background on me for those of you who don't know and those of you who may have forgot. I'm a former 9-year professional basketball player. I'm the author of 25 books, including a book called Work on Your Game. I'm going to show that to you in a minute. What's going on, everybody, as you come in? Again, tell me your name and tell me your location. Cape Town, South Africa. Shout out to Cape Town. Nemaya checking in from Buffalo, New York. This is my book, Work on Your Game. This is one of my books. This is one of my 25 books. It's called Work on Your Game. Ricardo from Elkins Park. Shout out to Elkins Park. Shout out to my hometown, Philly. Everybody out there. Brampton, Canada. I was just listening to Drake, so shout out to Canada. Jas Paul checking in from Calgary, Alberta. Shout out to Canada, man. I know I got a lot of Canadian audience members, a lot of Canadian fans. So shout out to Canada. There's another one. Ethan from Grand Prairie, Canada. So shout out to Canada again. I'm checking in again from Miami, Florida. Author of 25 books. Tirana checking in from Albania. What else am I going to tell y'all? I've published more content on the internet than anybody alive. Everybody you can name, I put out more content than all of them. More videos, more audios, more written content, more books. Min from San Jose, California. Shout out to San Jose. You read that book? And Riley said he read Work on Your Game is helping him a lot. He's 17. That's right. Whether you're 17, 37, or 97, this book right here is for you. I took my whole philosophy, put it in one book. Well, I took my whole philosophy, put it in every book. But this book, I made it comprehensive and made sure everybody can understand what Work on Your Game is about through this book right here. But let's get into what we're talking about here today. If you're coming in later, you can still check this on the replay. But anyway, we're talking about commission today. Everybody knows what commission is, right? I'm talking about commission as far as when you have a job. A job on commission basically means you only get paid when you produce a sale. Right? That's how commission works. I worked at some jobs where I got paid on commission. None of them was 100% commission. But like when I worked at gyms, a couple times when I worked at a gym as a salesperson, membership salesperson, or personal training salesperson, I had a base salary, but that wasn't really that much money. But then I made more money based on how many sales I made, what type of memberships I sold or training packages I sold. Shout out Montreal, Canada. We got a lot of Canada in here today. So shout out to everybody in Canada, man. I had a base salary, and then based on what membership I sold, how long the membership was for, how much money the person put down, different types of memberships, different types of packages, I got more or less money on my paycheck. So I had to basically anticipate before payday how much my check was going to be based on what I had done sales-wise. That's the way commission works, right? Anybody here has ever worked on commission? You know what I'm talking about. If you never worked on commission, you should. But let me tell you something that you probably don't understand. Because to this day, I played ball professionally for 9 years. I went from playing ball into my business now. I'm an entrepreneur and the owner of Work on Your Game Incorporated. That's why I wrote this book called Work on Your Game. That's why this right here says, that's on the other arm, says Work on Your Game. That's why this hat says Work on Your Game. That's my company is also a philosophy. It's a way of living. But here's the thing. Being a professional athlete, that's kind of like being on commission. And I'll explain that in a minute. And what I do right now as an entrepreneur, my main business is getting my goods, my philosophy of Work on Your Game into the hands of people like you. Whether that means doing it something free like this live stream right here, or an Instagram post, or a YouTube video, or something that you pay for, like the game group membership, like this book right here, Work on Your Game, which you could get at workonyourgamebook.com. Give you my free book, The Mirror of Motivation. Whether it's an online course, whether you're going to hire me to coach you and pay me thousands of dollars for coaching, whether somebody pays me to come speak on their stage, buys a course, a book, a program, a product, whatever, I'm on commission. My job right now as an entrepreneur, I am 100% on commission. I don't have a base salary. A base salary is like when I was working at, where's the place I worked? I worked at Bally Total Fitness. That was my first job, or my last job, actually, before I started my pro basketball career in 2005. I had a base salary. I forget how much it was. It wasn't a lot of money. It was like $250 a week, something like that. $250 a week. Now, what you going to do with $250 a week? That's barely enough for groceries, right? That was my base salary, but then all the extra was the commission that I made. The thing is, these days, as an entrepreneur, entrepreneurs don't have a base salary. Now, that doesn't mean you can't set yourself up to have some money that you know is coming in, but it's not a guaranteed salary. It's only guaranteed based on you serving your audience, you serving your customers, you serving whoever you're supposed to be serving. If you stop serving them, then that base or that guaranteed money, quote unquote guaranteed, goes away. And every one of you who's watching this right now, I don't care what you do for a living, all of us are on commission. Everybody's on commission. Meaning, if you don't perform and you don't produce, the money goes away. Now, you might get away with it for a little while, not performing, not producing. But if you keep not performing, not producing, it's going to catch up to you. And whatever you're getting, and it don't have to be money. It could be love, attention, respect, fame, admiration, anything you want to get as a result of your effort. If you're not showing up consistently and delivering consistently, all the rewards go away. So you must remember that you're always working on commission. This is not about, again, it doesn't matter what you do. When I was a professional athlete, you sign a contract. Yeah, so the contract, you get paid that's a base. But if you stop performing, listen, depending on how your contract is set up, they can cancel the contract, release you, and now that deal is done. Or even if you have a guaranteed contract, let's say somebody guarantees, you watch the NBA, you see a player who got a guaranteed contract for $5 million, but they're not doing nothing. They're not playing really well. All right, when that season's over and that contract's up, the next team's not going to get that guy another $5 million because they're like, yo, you didn't perform at the last place, so we'll offer you $1 million. We'll offer you $800,000, or we'll let you come play in the G League, and we'll see what you can do. If you can, make it up, what you've been doing. We'll see if you can make it up and prove that you're actually good. Then you might get a chance to, get yourself back up to that point. Anybody got questions, I'll take them at the end. I'll scroll through and take any questions at the end, and I'll solicit questions at the end also. But what y'all all need to understand is everyone's on commission. There is no guaranteed reward in this life, because we are all in what I call, many times I've said this, a performance-based business, meaning if you don't perform, you get no business, and a results-based business. So you got to perform and produce results. The whole purpose of work on your game is that you create opportunities for yourself to perform. And when you get a chance to perform, like me doing this live stream right now, me sitting down to write this 250-page book, or the other 25 books I got out there, me stepping on the stage to give a speech, me working with a client who hired me to help them get from point A to point B, me selling you an online course, anything that I put out, I do the work so I get a chance to perform, which is to deliver to somebody. And then when I perform, the goal is not just to say that I performed. The goal is to produce a result. Like somebody said earlier in the comment, they said they read the book, Work on Your Game, it helped them a lot. That's the result. See, I had to help you. If you read this book and the book was trash, then that means the next time I put out a book, you probably ain't going to read it, because you're like, well, the last one was trash, so this person's probably not a good performer. So now I've lost the commission that I could possibly get from you because you knew my last job was weak. Or if the word gets out that my last job was weak, then the commission goes away. If word gets out that my last job was excellent, and I got all these positive reviews and a good reputation, now I can get more commission. I got more opportunity that I can even do anything with. And all of you, understanding that you're on commission, I don't care how guaranteed you think your job is. If your dad owns the company, your mom hooked you up with somebody she knew from back in the day, and you got a guaranteed job no matter what you do, you need to show up to work every day, whatever your work is. I don't care if you're in school, if you're an athlete, if you have a 9-to-5, if you run your own company, if you're a freelancer, if right now you're an entrepreneur or a freelancer and you don't have any business right now, you know exactly what I mean. And when you're on commission, you don't even have to be told. But you need to show up every single day, no matter how good you are, how solid your reputation, as if you got to earn your keep, earn your commission every single day. If any of you remember, I don't know how old many of y'all are, but if you listen to Jay-Z, the Black Album, on the last song of that album, he had a clip from Notorious B.I.G. talking. He said Big was saying, like, yo, when I came in rap, Puff Daddy was telling me, like, yo, you got to show up every day like you brand new. You got to show up every day like you an intern who's not getting paid, and you got to earn your spot every day. No matter how successful you are, how much money you got, how many fans, how popular you are when you walk in the streets, you signing autographs, taking selfies, that doesn't mean the job is over. You had to earn it every single time out. All right, everybody's on commission. You're always on commission. There will never come a point where you're not on commission. When you're no longer on commission, that means your family is planning your funeral because you're gone. All right, everybody got to earn it every single day. Now I'm gonna go through here and I'm gonna take some questions. Let me see what we got. So anybody got a question on this subject? We are talking commission, life being on commission. Everybody in life is always on commission at all times. So I'm taking questions now. If you got a question on this subject, go ahead and post it. Keep it short, get to the point, and I will address it as best I can. ARB says, will these streams go into the game group? The streams I put on YouTube. I will put this video up on YouTube, and the playlist that from what I put on YouTube is in the game group. So you don't have to go on YouTube. You just go in the game group. Look at the YouTube video section. It's at the bottom. Live Strong 1995 said, I work for myself, and them days you don't feel like you got to suck it up and still get it done. That's right. You can't call in sick. Exactly. When you run your own thing, you can't call in sick because ain't nobody else working if you ain't working. So ain't no money coming in. That's it. Jeff Olden was good. Jeff said, when is my next book releasing? I don't know yet, but it is coming out in 2020. I got 2 books that I know for sure are coming out in 2020. One of them is going to be specifically for athletes, and one of them is not going to be specifically for athletes, but I can't tell you nothing else about it. But the 2 books are, the movement is moving. Trust me, I am working on those. But when I'm done with the writing part, then I can start talking about when it's going to come out. But I'm not completely done with the writing. But it is coming, trust me. Jeff says, any way I can get a hold of you to have a conversation regarding business questions? Yes, but that's consultation. That's a consultation, Jeff, and I do charge for that. You can go to, where would you go to for that? Just go to DreBaldwin.com. Yeah, that's the website. DreBaldwin.com. Not DreAllDay.com, DreBaldwin.com. I got a lot of websites. DreBaldwin.com. There's a form there or a button there you can click on and work that out. The Sta Mata said, how can I best get your book down here in Cape Town? Same way everybody else gets it, man. Go to workonyourgamebook.com. We worldwide. We got airplanes out here, man. There's airplanes in Cape Town. There's airplanes in Miami. What we do, you order the book, you pay for it, we put it on the airplane, and they bring it over there to you. So the same way I got it right here, you can have it in your hands. Workonyourgamebook.com. That's how you get the book. What do I do when I see negative reviews on my products, especially when it's straight up BS? What do? I go find somebody else to get the product to, and when they go through it, they're going to leave a positive review, and it'll drown out all the BS negative reviews. So I don't try to confront somebody for leaving a negative review. You can't really stop them. Unless it's on your site, you can take it down. But if it's on somebody else's site, like Yelp or Facebook or Google, you can't take it down. So all you can do is do more good work. So if it's 2 negative reviews but 800 positive, what's the average person going to believe? Ricardo said, I had to cut some friends off because they were not helping me get better with anything, and they're being whiners and complaining so much, so I cut them off. Things have been better since then. That's what's up. Now, Ricardo, fill that void by getting some better friends who are doing better than you, so they'll raise your level up. And you're going to have to keep working hard as hell so that they don't cut you off. So that's the next step. So you cut the dead weight. Now you got to go find some people that are so much better than you that they're going to be looking at you funny, and you got to keep stepping your game up so that they don't cut you off. Me-Man says, what do I think about pyramid scheme jobs? What's a pyramid scheme job? Give me an example, and I'll tell you what I think. Jeff said, do you plan on ever retiring when you're older or just keep moving? No, I ain't retiring. I think Lil Wayne was it that said, you don't retire out, you die out. You know, if you're doing something you actually enjoy doing, then you don't have to retire. People retire from jobs that they don't like. You only retire when you don't like doing it, or it's something that you just can't get the opportunity no more. Like Kobe retired from hooping. I think he likes basketball, but he just couldn't do it physically anymore. But something like this, as long as I can physically talk and write and record, I don't have any need to retire. You retire when you need a vacation from work, a permanent vacation. That's why, if you want to know if somebody's going to retire, I'm glad you asked that question. Here's the answer. If you want to know if somebody's going to retire from work, watch what they do on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Are they still doing that work, or are they doing nothing at all related to the work? If they're doing nothing at all, that means they will eventually retire from that job or quit that job because they don't really love what they're doing, because they're doing it probably for the check. But if that person's still working on Saturday and Sunday, they're not going to retire because they really enjoy what they're doing. So they're doing it as a bigger purpose than just getting paid for it. Getting paid is important, but it's a bigger purpose. Sweatpants Carter says, have I ever coached? If you mean sports coaching, no, I'm not into sports coaching, but I do coach individual people. I coach athletes on the mental game. I coach business professionals. I coach entrepreneurs. So, but not sports like X and O's, calling timeouts, practice coaching, not that kind of coaching. Liv Strong says, who was my mentor when I played life? Like a favorite coach or a favorite player I met, or my mentor on the court? In basketball, nobody really, man. I didn't really have a mentor. I was self-taught pretty much, and I took everything I taught myself and I put it on YouTube. And I did four master classes in the game group where I talked about best lessons I ever learned from basketball players and best lessons from coaches. I did 2 about what I learned from players and 2 about what I learned from coaches. That is in the game group membership. You're not a member of the game group, I'll give you two weeks free. Go to Work on Your Game U, as in university, workonyourgameu.com, and you could start 2 weeks on that. ARB says, you working with the same people who helped publish the Work on Your Game book? No, hell no. They can't drop a big enough bag for me to work with them again. No, my next book, as of now, will be published through Work on Your Game Incorporated. I could do a better job than a company that put out Work on Your Game. And I talked about I didn't put it out yet, but there's a episode of Work on Your Game coming out, masterclass audio, where I'm gonna be talking about having more ownership over your business, where I'll explain why I probably wouldn't work with a publishing company again for a book that's not my publishing company. But I will be talking about that soon. And if you're not on my email list, make sure you're on my email list, because I'm gonna write about it as well. 2 different angles, so you need both. I appreciate it, ARB. Sweatpants Carter says, setting a goal of knowing you can have friends that are out of your league. That's right, exactly. Tavis Rodney says, thanks for putting me in the Choose Wisely video. Pro Shot said that was cool. Oh, that's what's up. I appreciate that. Glad you were in it. Meeman says, pyramid schemes like having to bring a certain amount of people to a company in order to get points to get paid, like Herbalife and Amway. Oh, so you're talking about network marketing is what you're referring to. Well, some people call it a pyramid scheme, but I know people who make money in network marketing, so I don't think they would call it a pyramid scheme. As a matter of fact, where was I at today? I was somewhere. I was in Target, I think, and I seen a chick who had on like some Herbalife pants. So there's a lot of Herbalife people down here, because Herbalife a lot of it is like nutrition products and fitness and stuff like that. So I see a lot of people doing that, selling it, wearing it, the gear and things like that. So it's people who make money in that stuff. It's not personally for me. I have done it before. I've dabbled in it. I got first introduced to it back in like college, like 20 years ago. But it's not something that I would do now or in the future. But I know people who made money in it. So it's really just about what's for you. The same way basketball ain't for everybody, that ain't for everybody. So it's really to get paid, you got to sell products. I mean, somebody got to sell products, either you, them, or whoever. But you would have to kind of learn more about how it works. But in general, they're on commission just like everybody else. If nobody's selling any products, ain't no money getting made. I don't care how many people you bring in. Somebody got to sell something. Some money must be exchanged for anybody to make money. That's just the way it works. Brandon Joseph says, you like to visit me and Anna do together. Yeah, we'll do some more in the future. I didn't put out everything we did, so we got to do more. We got to do it more consistently. I've been telling Anna that, but I mean, you see me here on camera, so you know who we're waiting on. My books for sale in stores are only on the site. All my books are on Amazon. You'll probably pay a higher price on Amazon than you would pay from me. Or when you get books from me, I make you offers that Amazon can't make you, because I can package my books together in bundles and do things that Amazon can't do. But if you feel safer with Amazon, or you want to pay more money on Amazon, then go ahead, pay on Amazon. As long as you get the book, that's all that matters. The book is not that big of a deal. The book is the gateway for you to just know what I'm about, and then I'll show you some better stuff that even higher value than that. I appreciate that, Sweatpants Carter. All right, we wrapping it up right here, everybody. It's 6:59 p.m. I got some Rita's water ice that is thawing out right now that I'm about to eat. You don't know what Rita's is? Go find out. Go Google it. Everybody, workonyourgamebook.com right here. This is, we said Barnes & Noble. Yeah, this book is in Barnes & Noble. This book is in Barnes & Noble and what other bookstores exist. I don't know. Is that the only one? So this one, yes, you can find that there, but I don't know what other physical bookstores there are. If it's a local independent store, usually they carry local books or a few nationals. But yeah, so Barnes & Noble, you can find that book. You probably want to look it up on their website. They'll tell you if they got it or not. So anyway, I got some Reader's Water Ice I'm about to eat. WorkOnYourGameBook.com is where you can get Work on Your Game. You want my free book, Mirror of Motivation, go to mirrorofmotivation.com. You want my free 2-week trial to the game group membership, go to workonyourgameu.com. If you want to know more about me, go to dreallday.com. You want to work on your game, go to workonmygame.com. So you see, I got a lot of sites. I got a lot more. We ain't got to talk about those right now. But everybody have a great day working your game. Dre all day.